Hey, Professor Homa here. Welcome to dealing with the links. I guess we'll call this section links on our CSS Dentist file. Now, my original intent was to have these buttons roll over and change color, the entire buttons. Now, that's a little more complex as far as what we're doing, and I think I'm going to do something different. Considering this is our first exercise, I'm just going to have the text change color. That'll be fine for now because we already have all these settings in our LI elements, and I think I'll just let them there. We'll just have the text change color. That'll be easier, and we'll focus on navigation lists, the kind that go across the top, the kind that go down and change color and all that. We'll deal with that later. So this may be a little easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our nav left LI, our line items. Now remember, this one for color didn't work, and it didn't work because what we actually have is links, and links take their default color of blue with underlines. So I'm going to just wipe that out for now, and I'm going to make another section here, and I'll just copy this and put it right below here. And I need my, notice it's red, I need my other bracket down here. And what I'm going to do, this isn't going to be LI, this is actually going to be a link, and I'll do comma, and I'm going to copy this whole thing again. Because remember, after the comma, it should have everything. It shouldn't just have a piece of it. So I am going to copy this whole thing, and I'll put this here. So this is basically the nav left, a link, and the nav left, a visited. So these will have the same properties. So we're not going to have visited links on those buttons. You may sometimes at the bottom, but not for buttons. And what I'm going to do here is, and I'll do the FFF, and I'll make those links white. So if I go over here, they should be white. And there they are, they're white. That looks nice. Except I don't want underlines inside of buttons. So how do I get rid of the underlines? We basically go text decoration, and just like the list style, we put none. And that should get rid of the underlines. And there, that looks pretty good. Refresh that. Look at that, that works, and they're links. Now these are dummy links, they don't go anywhere yet. That's why we just have a pound sign in them, but they work. Now what would be nice is if they change color. Now you could have the buttons themselves change color, but like I said, that's kind of a lot more work. So I'm just gonna have the text change color. Maybe we'll just have the text change to yellow or something that stands out. So, but I'm not gonna do that under the link or the visited. That's actually another element, and I'll copy this. And I don't need all this stuff. I could just use what I have here, and this is another element called hover, and that means when I hover over it, our text is going to change color. And let's see, I'll just find, like, I'll use quick edit, and I'll just find like a yellowish color, you know, just kind of a, you know, something bright so it stands out a little bit. I'll use a yellow color like that. Close this off. And then I don't need text decoration none. It's not going to bring back the underline if I don't put that. It's going to stay with the underline off. So I'm going to save that. So I did the A link, the A visited are white. I took away the underline, and I could put a little thing here. And when I go back, now I should be able to roll over that. Let me refresh this. When I roll over that, they change color. Isn't that cool? And that wasn't hard to do at all. So that little text changed color. I get a little bit of kind of interactivity here. And you know, in using images, that used to be really hard to do, but that's pretty easy to do by just putting that hover element that's in there, and that was pretty easy. Now, the last part I'm going to do is down here, my links at the bottom. Now, I don't have any, I didn't specify links, so I have to take this again. And I'll do one last thing here. I'll copy this, and I'll put nav bottom, and I'll just put a. Now, if you want the links a little different, I'll put a comma here, and I'll copy this again. If you want the, and I'll put visited, or actually, if you wanted them different, you wouldn't put them together. But let's say we don't want visit. Well, you know what? I'll just put a link to start, and I'll just put color. Now I do want the underlines because they're text links, so I'm going to put color. And the color that I want here, I'll put something here. I'll just use the quick edit and use the blue color that I have. And that's fine. Close this up. And they're going to show up in blue. Now right now the default visited, now they're showing up blue. You see they're still showing purple because this is the visited color. If you want a different visited color, what you could do is, I'm just going to copy this, paste it, and change this to visited. and I'll right click on the color and do quick edit, and I'll just use a little lighter color just to show that it's visited. I'm not going to use that purple color, but maybe I'll just use a lighter blue, and I'll select that, and that'll be my visited color. And if I went back here, you can see if I refresh, they should show up, and that's visited. That's only after I click on them and I go somewhere and then I come back, they're going to show lighter blue. But by default, if everything was completely refreshed, it would show up with a dark blue.